Hello, geometry folks. You're looking at Fry's class, Unit 2, Logic and Proof, Deductive Reasoning. This is kind of interesting stuff here. Not much math going on, but just a lot of logic. So let's take a look at these. It says use the law of detachment to give a valid conclusion. If not possible, write no valid conclusion. So for number one, if Logan eats his vegetables, that's our P, then he can have a bowl of ice cream. That's our Q. Remember our hypothesis and conclusion. So then Logan eats his vegetables, so what can you conclude? He can have a bowl of ice cream. Or he ate a bowl of ice cream, if you want to put it that way. That would be the conclusion. So he will have a bowl of ice cream. Sounds delicious. Okay, number three. This given, if you visit Paris, then Q, then you will see the Eiffel Tower. Now this says if you do not, this is not P. You did not see the Eiffel Tower. So I can't conclude anything then after that. So there is no valid conclusion because it's not P at that time. Could have gone to Paris, just didn't go see the Eiffel Tower. I mean, you could go to Paris and not see the Eiffel Tower. I imagine it's possible. So there's no valid conclusion on that. Taking a look at the law of syllogism to give a valid conclusion. Remember that's, if P is to Q and Q is to R, then P is to R. So this first one, if Nicole is tardy to class, again, she will get a detention. And if Nicole gets a detention, her mother will take away her phone. So you can conclude that if Nicole is tardy to class again, that's supposed to say her, mother will take away her phone. Let's take a look at number 7. Try the other ones on your own. Go ahead and make mistakes. We learn from that way, so no big deal. If a natural number ends in 0, then it is divisible by 10. If a natural number is divisible by 10, then it is divisible by 5. So you can conclude that if a natural number ends in 0, then it is divisible by 5. When you think about it, it's true. It makes sense. So now we got to determine on the back whether the conclusion follows the given statements by the law of detachment, and this should say or, because I was reading, I was like, that doesn't make sense with of, but or the law of syllogism. If it does, state which law was used. If not, write invalid. Okay, so we have a couple here that I did. One I did extra because I wanted to see both. The ones I picked were invalid. So if Sally goes to the airport, then she will need to pay for parking. If Sally does not pay for parking, then her car will get towed. So it says if Sally does not go, so this is my, this was my P, going to the airport. This is not going to the airport. Then her car will not get towed. She could get towed if she, is at the airport or not. It's invalid, okay? We're saying not. It has to be a straight P to the R. So this one would be detachment. If you leave the country, then you will need a passport. So Nate is planning a trip to Italy, so Nate will need a passport. And that's an example of the law of detachment. This one I have as invalid also because if you buy one pair of shoes, then you get another pair for 50% off. Carolyn does not buy one pair of shoes. So, this was my P to my Q, and this is telling me not P. So that's, I can't conclude anything from that. So that would be invalid. Here's an example of syllogism. If a number is a multiple of 16, then it is a multiple of 8. If a number is a multiple of 8, then it is a multiple of 4. If a number is a multiple of 16, then it is a multiple of 4. So I have the P to the Q to the R, so the P to the R. and it's all good. So we have a syllogism. Hopefully this helps on your deductive reasoning, and good luck.